Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Crusader Kings 3 here with Kant Arnout, where we are finally making some progress after a few episodes of really not making any. We've taken over Penth and we've taken over Sublé. We hold 3 territories and all of them will go to the same person on our death, Ingrid, our daughter. We just need to make sure that this disease here, this consumption, doesn't affect us too much. We have closed our gates and into seclusion because we need our daughter Ingrid to survive. She's pretty competent, she's got a very good husband with some very good claims, and she's quick. We also need a bit of time just for our income to come back. We won't get much money from Sublé for the time being. In fact, we've even got a peasant rebel faction in there, purely because we have no county control, which we won't have for a little while just yet until we can get our marshal over there. The curse undone. The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. God knows that I was cursed the day I met Lord Gestin. Today, however, that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought that blathering fool to his grave. So this was the guy we took the territory off, our uncle. Died of consumption, but he was also a criminal, petty criminal, and a drunkard. I felt a little bit bad for him because we also had an affair with his wife. We didn't have an affair with his wife, but our father, Count did, and possibly turned Princess Martha of France into a lunatic. She also has consumption, so she's reclusive. Don't think she's too long for this world. Oh well, at least he can't come back and attack us now, right? That's the main thing, I suppose. You try to obtain new gold. This was some use of power. Has our liege died? No, it hasn't. We can blackmail her again. And she has money, so I may as well do it. Yeah, just give me some money for my silence. There we go. 65 gold. All gold is more than welcome. Keep it up, you might have something more there. Can I upgrade something in this part of the world? I want to work on some more money related things. Something which is going to give us generally more benefits going forward. Hunter's Lodge. Basting Curtain Walls. That all requires more money than we've really got. Over here is also the same. Over at Sublé, we could get something here. But yeah, that all requires money that we don't particularly have at the moment. That's fine. We've actually got some money, which I'm very happy about. We've inherited the barony of Mayenne. What is that? I have no concept of where this place is. Ah, it's in here in Sublé, fine. I'm quite happy to give that to someone, to be honest. A noble of Breton culture or local Norman noble? No, noble of Breton culture is fine. There we go, it's just created a new person there. It's a pretty good steward actually, that's not a problem. Don't know why he's our knight, I guess we've got more knight availability now. We could create a new man-at-arms regiment. I don't think there's a reason to do so just yet, to be honest. Let's stabilise. We finally managed to get ourselves back in a decent situation here. For now, let's stabilise and see how we go from there. I actually wouldn't mind going into the Kingdom of France now, because I think we would do better there. because then we can use that to keep on working on expanding our influence. There's not much we can do now apart from just attacking our Duchess here. Oh, Duchess Hudale has died of consumption. She was someone that we had a lot of issues with, and our new liege has taken over. He's maimed, he's rakish. Still don't think we can go after him just yet. Request court position, request claim. Okay. Wouldn't be accepted. But first, as Hugh's flu spread, fear gives rise to madness. Peasants now claim that dogs carry the plague. Though their eyes gleamed with cursed light, packs are being hunted and tried in more trials, even burned. Priests condemn the practice, but the killings continue. The worst may be yet to come. So we can get plague trials, development growth down, or penalise plague trials. Popular opinion down. Leave the dogs alone. There's nothing I can do though, unfortunately. That's unfortunate. I don't like the idea of killing dogs, but we can't do much. We can also head a faith for gold. Let's just pause there. I don't know if we want to, because we could also request a claim here. But none of the claims feel that useful to me at the moment. I will just ask for the gold. Gold is inherently very useful for us. And that we can use that to keep on growing our lands at Leon. I think we'll just upgrade this. It gives us a few more taxes, a few more levies. Hostile raid time goes up. We can go for bastions and curtain walls. Let's upgrade the hunting grounds, that's fine. How's the plague doing? It feels like it's somewhat rescinding, but I might be wrong. It's only been a year since it's started. So we've got to watch out for that. So yeah, the Pope finally likes us a little bit more, which is good. He's infirm, melancholic, and the flagellant, so I don't know how much longer we're going to have with that Pope particularly. Over to intrigue here. Decisions. Do I want to isolate my capital? I could. Question is, I'm kind of hoping this plague will just come to an end. And then we don't need to do that in the first place. And who are France fighting? France are fighting against an internal faction in France. Fine, so that's not something we need to worry about too much. Scotland seems to be spreading their influence up into Norway and Scandinavia. That's pretty cool. You've got a lot of children. And your son is got consumption. How old are your children? They're at best 9 and 7. So if I could murder you, which apparently is very easy to do, that would destabilise you And all these territories would presumably go to your respective children. Yes, they would. So, it would go between your two sons, I'm guessing, yes. Let's see if we can murder you. In an effort to destabilise Brittany to allow me to continue growing my power. We of course need people that will join. You'll join. Oh, I don't want Ingrid to join in case she gets killed. So no, I don't want that to happen. Don't want Ingrid to join. Our suffragan bishop will join though, that's fine. Yeah, I don't want our daughter to join particularly. Because if she gets killed, we're in a real tough spot. Do you have lots of courage? No, I'll keep it short and professional. And go from there. Keeping the Pope on side is inherently useful. Apparently killing you is particularly already quite easy. Which I'm happy about. I mean, we're not really an intrigue character, but if we can murder you, that gives us a lot of options to just eat some more territory inside Brittany and maybe push to become the Duke. Or something like that as time goes on. Although we probably would go and join France just for stability. Who owns this bit? Oh yes, you own that bit of territory there. I do wonder if France will just try and take out Brittany anyway. I mean, it looks like you're going to die anyway. You're not long for this world. You've got consumption and you're maimed. And all your children appear to be sick as well. Although Oliver, or Oliver, is not ill with consumption, but he is just ill generally. So we'll have to see how that goes. Plush, vibrant and soft as the first light of dawn, the merchant presents him with an exquisite carpet in the hopes of good future relations. As I marvel at the fine weave, I'm struck by thought. Wouldn't a carpet like this mumble the treading of feet, even conceal the steps of a bumbling agent? Yeah, plush exotic carpets for 10 years. Sure. I don't really mind. I just thought, is our liege has only got one arm. Can't imagine he's going to survive much longer anyway, to be perfectly honest. It looks to me like Hugh's flu is going away, which is good. So that means we can move control over to Sublette, which we'll do. Get that bit underway, because at the moment Sublette's not really giving us anything important. At least we are getting some benefits from Penth. Harry looks pretty good actually, he could be something quite special as well. We can actually come out of seclusion now, I think that's probably fine. Let me just get rid of this, if I can. Emerge from shelter, emerge from seclusion. Out of the cage, the sun feels unfamiliar and hostile on my skin, the wind feels cold and violating. When was the last time I took a breath of air as God made it? We are back. Excellent. You can end your intense regency. Dismiss with a wave of a hand. There we go. We may as well station up mangonels somewhere. Put them there for now. Oh, we gained 50 gold. Wonderful. Definitely think that we are in a stronger position than Brittany at the moment. Although they're pretty strong, if we can get you dead, that gives us a lot of options going forward. So now we just need to bide our time. We don't need the Brownie and Mayan again particularly. I managed to pick it up again. I'm just going to give it to another nobler Breton culture, it's fine. It's pretty good, to be honest. He's a damn good steward. In fact, he's better than Richard Devereux. Bring you in here, it gives us much more chance of some benefits. And he's also a powerful vassal. So it makes sense that he wants to be on the council. Wonderful. A better steward is always nice. You won't accept. It's fine. He's intimidated by us. Interesting. Are we on our King's Council? We are. We're the Spy Master. Ah, that's also pretty good for our scheming, that's for sure. We need at least 5 advantages to seize the moment. Fine. So we need to wait a little bit longer to murder you. He might just die naturally anyway, although he is stubborn. He does have a personal physician. But the consumption will go away eventually, I would imagine. And it will give us a couple of years to take out Ulua's lands. Who are you? Why do you want me here? Call you to honour our alliance and join me in a Duyure war for somewhere in Norway. I'm going to lose all that fen. I'm going to accept and just not turn up. So, good luck with that. So yeah, Norway's fighting Scotland. I think Norway will have that in the bag anyway. I don't think they really need us there. Sure, we might be able to get some benefits from going and taking those bits of land and maybe gain some prisoners. I still don't think it's particularly worth it, to be honest. Learning from the best, 2 of my agents seem to have found common cause in our plan beyond the basic goal. Impressed by his compatriot's skill with shrewdness, cunning and ruthless double-dealing required to murder, the Hedrock has taken to studying what Morgan does differently to himself in the hopes of improving his own skills. Harmless enough in theory, but doesn't help our overall goal. Put that energy into... Oh, maybe there's something I can learn from this. See if we can get 500 experience. Handling pens are good. Oh my goodness, look at our money. We never have this amount of money. Recently, I feel like I'm not worthy to be accounted. Others doubt themselves as I doubt myself. Morgan will support me. Because we have Confider trait. Yeah, Morgan will give me a hand. That's fine. We're no longer overwhelmed by stress. Good. If I can get this guy to die, that'd be excellent. As I make all the preparations for Duke Gusson's departure from this world, I'm interrupted by a page. The fool went to die without any help from me. Satan must have been eager for his company. We've also become the head of Breton culture. It's very interesting. Wonderful. So Duke Morgan has now become our liege. There's also Count Oliver here. Can't declare war. Now then, I want to speak to you. I could murder you, but it doesn't feel that useful to me. I could declare war on you, just try to gain independence. Don't think we need to do that. He's still relatively strong. But his brother, I imagine, is less strong. I don't care about that territory. Yeah, I don't care about the one out here in France, because that's not very safe. But you, over here, could be useful. Let's send our bishop over to fabricate a claim over here. And if we speak to our, head of faithful claims, Duchy of Berry and Duchy of Languedoc doesn't really help me. Could I try request a claim on him? You wouldn't. Not just yet. That's fine. That gives us options. And we can probably get more territories from this as well. What about going after our liege? Can we get a claim for him? Claim title. Okay, we're no longer the head of the Britain dynasty. We can't get the Duchy of Brittany, unfortunately. I think it's because we might have already done that before. Claim liege title. Union control is 41%. We get the Pope to like us a bit more, that'd be good, but he already likes us quite a bit. I think it's going to be a struggle for him to come after us, or for us to go after him and actually get what we need from that. I think we're better off picking off small bits internally for the time being, until we see what changes, if anything. We'll build some pastures here as well, but that costs a lot of money. High tents, we could get some more levies. But I more want extra money, to be honest. And that would give us a little bit more taxes. Interesting. Let's make sure they still all go to Ingrid. They do. Wonderful. So even if we die, Ingrid will take over. Ingrid hasn't had any children just yet. Your liege is being attacked by Duke Godfrey of Burgundy. So they're going for that bit of territory over there as expected. I don't really care about that, that's fine. How's our councilman doing? He's getting on pretty well with the claim fabrication, so we'll just hold our money for now. Although we could increase our troop sizes again. We'll increase you back to 8 and increase you to 6. We've got the money to be able to do this. And it just gives us a little bit more flexibility, because it puts us up to 2,000 troops. And the less we rely on peasants and levies, the better. You want lower county control. Mayor Morgan. Can I just get you to stop that? You're our friend, aren't you? Apparently not. Well, they don't really have much power. It says they've got more here. In fact, that's the vassals who can't join the faction. These are just peasants from Sablefine. Well, the more I can put county control there, the better. It's going to take a while. Do we have a better marshal? Doesn't look like we do. Okay, so we might be due a civil war at some point. Should be okay, though. We'll just zoom out. Brittany's doing okay. Can I get more gold from you? No, not for a little while, till November. It occurred to me we never went celibate, but I don't think we're actually going to have any issues with children at this point. Our wife is a bit too old, so as long as we don't have an affair, we should be okay. Oh, he likes us a little bit more, the Pope. Okay, this guy has gotten over his consumption, but he's only 11. He's pretty powerful though, although some of that is to do with mercenaries. But that's because he's fighting Burgundy. So I'm not too worried about that. Has he taken all the territory back off his brother? He's only left the terrible territory that nobody wants. Fine. Whether it's worth keeping that claim for application, then I'm not sure. Request claim. Okay, the Pope is still not going to give it to us, so let's just keep going for now with the basic claims, and we can go from there. Any alliances we want to really consider? Would anyone actually accept any of our alliances? You might. But you're also likely to get into quite a few wars, I would imagine. And we're unlikely to be able to sway you. Anders. Okay, that's fine. I don't think we... To be fair, I think we're in a slightly stronger position that we don't need alliances as much anymore. Visit Silk Road Market. It's a long way away to go. All the way to China. Invite knights, crew for court position. I might get an antiquarian if I can. They're all kind of useless, so maybe not. I can choose what they do, of course. I should be doing that a bit more, really. Advanced research, improved skills. Advanced research, that's fine. Wet nurse. We don't have a wet nurse. We don't really need a wet nurse at the moment. Caravan master. What could you do? Less useful things. You get attitude of other court positions up. Control growth. Let's get Sentinel if we can. You know, we'll let our daughter run that, that's fine. And we're going to get her to organise the court. Because that makes other court positions better, I believe. That's how I understand that. Although it does mean she might get a bit more stressed. But it also gives us some prestige and some financial gain. Which, you know, if we're going to take over as her, it's probably useful that she gets some additional prestige going already. Although if you could have some kids, that'd be good. Accusation of witchcraft. Bloodstained cloth, crow's feathers, strange smelling concoctions. This is the evidence presented to me by a group of villagers from Penth as proof that Enogent has been practicing witchcraft in the heart and outskirts of the village. The villagers claim her evil works must be the cause of sick animals and are calling for her execution. She's a mystic, she's pretty, but she's a bit slow. Do I want to upset the peasants? I don't think so. So we can satisfy the peasants, we get some piety. Sure. Oh, she gets burnt. Wonderful. The new stewardship perk. I don't think we want to extort troops, to be honest. Let's go for fearful troops. I don't know how much we're doing in terms of dread, but we do have some dread. Probably not enough to be worthwhile, though. Growth is county control is growing in Penth, which is good. And the more faction commitments I can get rid of, the better. Because we don't want any vassals here fighting us, to be honest. I'm happy to let Brittany and Burgundy fight it out here. I have no wish to particularly get involved. See what happens there, and we can use that to our own advantage, hopefully. Still can't get a claim on you specifically, unfortunately. But we definitely don't want to attack them when they've got their mercenaries. That's for sure. Yes, I think if we do end up being the Duke of Brittany, we will just submit to France and offer to join them, because I think that France would likely invade us otherwise, so we may as well push forward there. We can get some more gold. I don't mind sending piety to get money. Money is arguably more important than piety is. At this stage, I could argue. A small harbour could upgrade for a lot of money, but it would give us more taxes. Let's do that. And we'll get a claim as well. We're in a little bit of debt, but it won't take long for us to get out of that. That's not too much of a problem, I would say. Decisions. Our sister's been released. Well, our half-sister, I should say. That's fine. Count Arnaut, you've done pretty well. You've done better than your father and grandfather, that's for sure. Okay. Oh, they are pretty discontent, that's for sure. I can send an ultimatum in 2 months. No, we don't need to. I don't think we need to join a faction just yet. I mean, I could try go independent. I don't think that's that worthwhile just yet. But we do want to make preparations to become a duchess or a duke in our own right, because if Ingrid doesn't have any children, we could be in a real tough spot. Hello there. We've been burdened with your oppressive laws for far too long. No more, we are done paying your taxes. Once your coffers dry up and your larders are empty, you wish you treated us better. No, I'm not giving away that much county control. So, you're going to start a war. Rally the troops. You've got quite a few troops. That's fine. You should be okay. Raise all armies. I guess we can head over that way. Can we get anyone to join us? I guess it's an internal conflict, isn't it? How many of their troops are actually useful and how much are kind of just levies here. Anyway, let's start heading over that way. Special soldiers. But problem is, what are special soldiers? What do they have? Every time I try and look, it doesn't let me. As to what this army is. It looks like to be levies, something else, maybe some raiders or something similar. 1941 versus 2020. 2 years, you promised me to aid me in the Dero War, so far I've done nothing. I apologise, I should not have claimed that I would have helped. 85 gold. Do I need the King of Norway as an ally? I apologise, I don't think we need you there anymore. I think we've got bigger problems to deal with, to be honest. Got to deal with this peasant revolt. You'll probably lose. They've got higher quality troops. Fine, and we're slightly in debt as well. Well, don't go in too quickly then. If we can let them drain their troops, that would be ideal. Perhaps I should have just seceded to their demands, I'm not sure. How long before we can get more money from the Pope? And then to me, we also don't have the piety for this. Hooks and secrets. I can blackmail you. Would you give me some money? Demand payment, 50 gold. That at least solves that problem. Do not attack. I think I sent them into attack by mistake. Hang on. Get you out of there. You'll probably lose. We're fighting anyway now. Come on, gentlemen. I believe in you. I think it's probably not the right thing to do. So you've got pike and militia, which are peasant militia. Can we withdraw? It's a pretty good commander. We are losing this. We're very much losing this fight, actually. We need to get some mercenaries to deal with these guys, I would imagine. So we're going to have to pull back. We gain a stress level. Our friend Morgan died. Oh, Guilherme died as well. That's bad. Guilherme was quite good. Although we still have Harry. Well, this present revolt could be problematic. What happens if we just go for a white peace or something similar? Or if we surrender? All rebellious counties lose 75% control. Every faction county. Increased autonomy. Ugh, it's hardly ideal. I'd rather not lose all control because that's going to not help with our things. I mean, it's not... It doesn't mean to say that we would lose this county, because I don't think that's what happens. It just means that our control is going to be in an absolute shocking state for a while. So it goes to Marguerite, then it goes to Harry. Could you have some children, please? I don't know why you're not, but you could really do with some. I'm not going to try to seduce my daughter. I don't think that's a wise decision. Cousin was taken prisoner, I don't really mind. We lost the Siege of Sable. Or Sablé, I keep on calling it Sable by mistake. You appear to have picked up some more troops from somewhere. I don't know where you got those troops from. Let's get to Saint-Brieuc. We might be able to hold there. Although, can we get there before they get there? I'm not sure. We have no council. We have no marshal. We have no spy master. Our spy master's all kind of dreadful. Put Richard Devereux in there. Can we get there before he does? Yes, we'd likely to lose this probably. In which case we might just be better off. I think we're just better off accepting the issues here. The war will be lost. So we get increased autonomy for 10 years. And we become pretty illegitimate. So be it. Disband all armies. And we need... I should have just accepted that, to be honest. County control, please. You're 100. You're at... put you back in there. I want you to deal with that county control over here before that becomes a huge issue. There's 0 control there. It's not a great amount of control there either, but that will increase. I should have just accepted that really. That was unfortunate. So we've lost our friend, and I think our nephew. But the hostile faction is disbanded. It looks like our liege isn't doing much better either. Our monthly income is fixed, which is good. Where are you guys going? You're gonna raid and destroy the Duchy of Brittany, that's fine. You picked up a snazzy hat, my man. I'm still not going to join your war. And an Estrad left prison. I could offer military assistance, but 25 gold is hardly worth it, so no, I'm not going to do that. Is there a person I can do to increase control generally? What's a legend seed? Ah, legend in the making. Fine. Personal champion. Court brewmaster. I'm just seeing if any of these courts are worthwhile. Don't know if there is. You're not a bad antiquarian. Antiquarian even. What I'll point you is that we don't have a royal court. That's probably unnecessary then. I won't fire her, I'll just leave her in position. That's not a problem really. Okay, well that is interesting. I don't know if that helps us that our Duke has lost that war. Well, it does mean that we now just hold slightly less odd bits of enclaves of land in the middle of France. Oh, this is the cattle herd thing, isn't it? Let's see if we can get the large cattle herd. Nice. Wonderful. It's very useful. Can also add a faithful claims. Duchess of Berry, Duchess of Flanders. It's fine. Okay, none of that's particularly useful for me for the time being, so I don't know if I need to do that. Become adventurer. Invite knights, restore accolades. I guess we can do that. See how that goes. It's going to take a long time to fix county control in there. Okay, so I can make you as my knights, my accoladed knight, inactive accolades. Skirmishers, and I definitely want to get this one back because this is archers. And that feels important. He actually loses glory because of that, that's fine. Wonderful. How long before this is going to be fixed, I wonder? The county control issue. Until 1137. Control growth is low, so for now, we're probably better off moving you to increase control in Penth instead. We'd like it to have more success there. And bring more levies and money back for the time being. That's probably not a bad thing. We'll probably be able to get more money soon, which also wouldn't be a terrible idea. Assisting died of assisting our sister, Ivering, died of a seizure. I kind of combined the word sister and Ivering there into assisting. Struggling with my duties. I once again failed to wrap my head around the daily machinations of the court. Sadly, no one could mistake me for a scholar or even an able bureaucrat. I stared down at a pile of vellums, having forgotten why they are important. Rereading their contents yields no clarity, but the exigencies of the state demand I make decisions, however ill-informed. Bad decisions, but none. They'll lose some control. But control is already fairly low across the board. And if it's in Sablo, which I think it was, well, that's fine because, you know, it's not an issue. Oh! The spouse of our heir, Ingrid, drowned. But you are pregnant. Interesting. Let's see how your child turns out. And go from there. Can't believe that Bohemond drowned, because Bohemond had some good stuff on him. Let's see how this child turns out of Ingrid's, and then we'll decide if we want to get you remarried. We probably should, but I just want to see if anything good comes from this child. Potentially get another claim on Denmark. I'm not sure that's really what we're after. There's plenty of claims on Denmark knocking about at the moment. Cantabria is more interesting. Because that's not too far away. Could consider that, I suppose. Let's see how our daughter's child turns out. And then we'll see. Oh, poor Bohemond. I quite liked Bohemond. He was quite cool. Drowned at the age of 39. Crazy. Because at some point, Leon's no longer, as Count Arnaux's not going to be in as strong a state as he used to be. Yeah, your health is going to be tough because you've got frozen grief. Having never processed the death of a loved one, this character finds it harder to connect with others. Diplomacy's gone down and her health has a moderate penalty. With my liege, a mere child, it's abundantly clear that he cannot effectively govern the Duchy of Brittany. He needs a firm, steady hand to guide him, at least till his majority. How old is he? He's 14, we haven't had him for that long. As the situation is likely to persist for some time, the realm needs to know who to turn to when Duke Morgan cannot permanently discharge justice. We need someone to serve permanently as regent. Naturally, that is me. We get recognition. We don't need to do that, but we are now the regent. Yes, power sharing. I can swing the scales again. We're only missing 10 gold. Ask intercession from your head of faith. Use a hook. Leverage gold. So this is to try and move people over to our way of thinking. The problem is we don't have that long before he turns of age. If he was younger, we could well consider this. So, we are already at level 2. The Transregency needs the regent's consent to be dismissed. Ask get a free extra change to the vessel contract. It can still be edited. We can attempt to revoke titles from other vassals. Retract vassals from below tiers. You just can't try to dismiss their regent. We can try launch a coup. Interesting. I don't think we are really at that stage just yet, to be honest. But we do have some borrowed powers, that is curious. Aside from the treasury, we're only at 50 gold, it's hardly ideal. Swing the scales of power. Change mandate. There's some interesting things we can do here. Claim throne. Oh, do we have enough time to do that before he becomes of age? Claim the throne of Duke Morgan. If I do that and fail, there's every chance that he could arrest me. But first, my daughter and heir Ingrid has given birth to a son. He's incredibly unremarkable. You can be someone I can actually pronounce for the future videos. We've already had a guest in. Berniad, sure. 6 months. I don't know. I don't know if it's worthwhile to try this. How old is he? He's 14. Got a year and a half to try and get this done. A hostile system that allows the character to gain a claim against their direct liege's primary title. It's only got a 40% success chance. And I think it's going to be a struggle to get other people to join us here, to be honest. I'm going to withdraw that claim throne. I think that's going to cause more of a problem than we would perhaps like. We could murder him in favour of his other child. Is the other child his brother? But again, I don't know if that's worth it or not. But it's cool that it's cool that you can actually do things like that. We are actually stronger than him currently at the moment. And he is struggling for money. We want to get our heir remarried. Ingrid needs to have another son. Or another couple of children. Because Bernard's not that strong. We need to find someone who is pretty competent here. Looking for any physical traits that could be beneficial for us in the long run. But also let's have a look at like alliance power or claims perhaps. Could join the company of the Star. Well, he is robust. But we're not actually marrying him though, that's the problem. Could I arrange a marriage with you? No, it doesn't look like we can, unfortunately. Teutonic Order has been founded. We need to find someone that's worthwhile. When you just have lots and lots of claims on Denmark, which isn't a terrible thing, but I don't know if we want to be heading towards Denmark for the time being anyway. There seems to be plenty of chances to go for Denmark anyway. I'm just not sure it's worth it either. I'd just like some positive congenital traits. Nearly all these traits have been negative. Like, you're a lunatic. We definitely want to marry a lunatic to our future player character, that's for sure. You're beautiful. That would up fertility. And you're very good at prestige. You're very good at stewardship. You're an option. You're handsome. I prefer like intelligent traits as opposed to beauty traits. Sometimes having extra fertility isn't necessarily a positive thing. You're quick. I think she's quick as well, so that would work in our favour to get our children to be quick as well. Let's just do some of all skills. See who's at the top, because they're likely to probably have some traits there, like a genius here. You're 55 though. You're still in good health. Let's see if we can get, yeah, quick and genius together. Even if we can get a couple of kids out of you, that'd be good. She will lose some prestige from doing so. But if we can get a genius kid, that would be excellent. Okay, religious head established, that's fine. Doesn't particularly worry me. It's fine. I'm not going to really do too much in the terms of regency, to be honest. I can swing the scales of power. Does that help us? And it moves us up to 3. Where we could revoke titles some other vassals, forge claims on the titles of fellow vassals. I don't think we need to do that. We don't have any other real vassals to go after, to be perfectly honest. I can just steal some gold. It's only 50 gold, and it's abuse of power. And it's only a 60% chance. For the sake of 50 gold, it's hardly worth it. Would our Popely friend give us money? Ask for gold. We can't do that till November. Fine. Well, let's wait for that. Let's keep working on perks here. I think we are sometimes stressed, so we'll work towards golden aplomb. That's not a problem. If you could have another kid, that'd be good. Problem is, you might get grief again, which is not going to be great. I want you to educate my child. Harry's quite good, but educate both these children because you are incredibly competent at your job because you're a genius. And the more chance I can to pass on some of those benefits to my children, that would also be useful. Please stay alive as long as possible. Can I give you a cursed wolf hide? I don't think we want to do that particularly. Okay. Let's carry on here. We've swayed him as much as we can. Fine. We should be able to get some money off him though, I'd imagine. Ask for gold. 116 gold is always welcome. I don't particularly care about piety. Okay. You're relatively strong. We're about the same in terms of strength, actually, although you've got another alliance. Really, I want a claim more than I want money. For that, I think we need a new... Well, the Pope really likes us already. So we have to work out how best to deal with that one way or another. I think we'll call things apart there, though. Especially as the Pope is called a crusade. Where are we going to? Romania. Is that modern day Romania? Oh no, that's Rome. What am I saying? Where are we going for? I'm guessing, okay, the Crusade for the United Kingdom of Romania. Ah, is this because someone's taken it over? I suspect it might be. Who can I appoint for the Crusade? A cousin, a sister. Obviously, you're not actually part of our. You're not actually part of our kingdom. Our house, I should say. You're not blood. Oh, it says you're a member of the dynasty. I'm not sure I believe it, though. Honfroy, maybe? Someone who I particularly want to... I guess we give it to Marguerite, our sister. Because she is blood. I know that she is blood. So Marguerite can be the beneficiary there for the Great Holy War. So you hold Sicily. That's interesting. So crusade for Sicily. Could be a pretty big one, actually. So yes, we'll call things apart there. And then next time we may well actually go try and join the crusade this time. Because that might give Marguerite some benefits. And if nothing else, it might give us some piety, some prestige, etc., etc. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.